What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Bleacher Report. I am your host, TD from TD PHINS TALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. The Miami Dolphins fall yet again to the Carolina Panthers, this time in what I would like to describe as an utter embarrassment. The Miami Dolphins controlled this game early, right out the gate. The offense looked superior. The defense looked superior. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know what happened, but the Carolina Panthers were able to immediately halt that and basically shut the team down on both sides of the football for the most part of the rest of the game. Um, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We're bad. We're a bad team. The Miami Dolphins are a bad team. I think we got excited from beating the Jets last week, but when you really look at what happened today with the Jets, absolutely got demolished by the Cowboys. The Jets might be the worst team in the National Football League. So it puts things in the context of we're thinking that we have hope and we're probably going to turn it around, but no, Carolina just told us today, no, you're a bad team. I think it's important you stay in your bad team place because they didn't have Hubbard today, which I thought was going to be an advantage for us to be able to stop their run. They might have broke a record today on us. They had over 200 and maybe 50 yards rushing or something like that. Absolutely embarrassing and abysmal. Like they I'm I'm lost for words. I can't believe this. Like I wouldn't have never said we would have lost to the Panthers. Panthers is a game that you don't lose, Miami. It does, and that's with or without Tyreek. But you know what? Maybe that's telling us this is what life without Tyreek is. Because Waddle stepped up. He tried to step up today. But when you really look at even Waddle's game today, it was few and in between. You know how when Tyreek's in the game, he might catch 3 passes in a row and we're starting to cook? It was like Waddle caught a pass once every 2 drives. And then a big play. It's too spread out. It's too spread out, and we keep throwing the ball at the line of scrimmage. And guess what? Carolina learned from the Dolphins game last week. The Carolina Panthers learned from the Dolphins game last week. All we heard was this is what the Dolphins need to do. More of this fake handoff, RPO, play action. And we did a lot of that today. And guess what? Carolina was all over it. I seen now everybody argues Tua one read and X, Y, and Z. I seen Tua actually come off of his first read about 10 times today because it was guarded right away. But lucky for us, their pass rush was so bad in the first half that when he came off of his first read, hey, he still had plenty of time to throw. And then in the second half, they just absolutely kind of switched it up. They sent an extra guy, put a little bit more pressure on him, delayed blitzes, taking away the first read, delayed blitz. And we had like 3 or 4 drives in a row in which we were stagnant and could not move the ball. And our defense is absolutely horrible. But for me, it doesn't even matter that the defense is horrible because it's what you should expect. I continue to tell everybody the offense has to win games. Stop thinking the defense is going to win you a game. The offense has to win games. They have to play high level, and we can still win. But when our defense at one point of the game forced 4 punts in a row, 3 or 4 punts in a row, I said, this is the moment where the offense should be extending the lead, but the offense couldn't do anything. Because I know everybody's going to say, oh, the defense, the defense, the defense. This is why I don't say the defense, because we know the defense is bad. But when the defense actually had 3 or 4 punts in a row, caused them to punt, that's where the offense has to extend the lead. And they never did. And they never did. That's what it comes down to. This was a game you needed someone to carry. This is a game you needed somebody to carry the team. Waller can't carry. He can just make a few plays being on the pitch count. Waddle can't carry. He can do his role. He can play his role. The defense, you knew this going into the season. We're thin. They're going to struggle. I already know my defense is going to struggle. I'm not going into this game saying, okay, the defense is going to stop the run now, and they haven't been able to stop anyone all year. A lot of people are going to blame the defense, but I'm sorry. The defense caused Carolina in the third quarter while we were up to punt the ball 4 times in a row. And I kept saying during the game, offense, you got to capitalize on these and extend the lead. The defense can only hold but so long. They're going to start giving it up too. And our offense just was stagnant. So, yeah, we got defensive problems. What's new? Ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to win games this year, it has to be off the back of the offense. The defense is not going to help us. We need to just come to that realization. And with that being said, Tua Tagovailoa, you got to carry. You got to carry this team. And Mike McDaniel, you got to put Tua in a position to make plays, not just baby him. All these bubble screens and 1-yard passes that they were taking. And Tua, you got to read the field well. There was a few times guys were open and you just hit the little underneath. In the play of the game, the incomplete pass deep to Waddle, throwing over the backside of his head. He beat his guy inside. I know you were going to take a big hit. But this is where you got to stand in there and deliver that pass and sacrifice yourself for the team and take that hit. And I know a lot of people say, yeah, but this is Tua. He can't take that hit. Then Miami, it's time to move on because we got to stop living life with the limitations. We need players who can play the position at the fullest of its extent. Like Mac Jones was on Thursday night versus the 49ers. Hit after hit after hit, but delivered the football, sacrificing himself, and that's why that team got the win. All that money you're paying at that position, you're supposed to have a guy who can sacrifice themselves and do some carrying. And he didn't play bad. Tua didn't play bad. He played a good game, if you ask me. I thought he played a good game. But good ain't good enough in the National Football League anymore. We need great. We need great. And to lose after we got 2 turnovers on them, that's the craziest part. We caused them 2 turnovers, and we still lost. And we scored on both of those turnovers. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Shout out to Seal. I see everybody in the chat, man. We got 300 people over here on Bleacher right now, and someone says stats aren't good enough. Exactly. This is what I try to tell people. You need carryability. Carryability. In a game like that, man, instead of taking these 1-yard passes all the time, you need a guy who can maybe use his legs. But we can't do that because it puts our quarterback at risk of getting hurt. I am tired of the limitations. To live to fight another day. We're out here making decisions, dealing with restrictions and limitations. Just like Waller, great player, but he's limited. That's why he's on a snap count. They don't want to overextend him and re-aggravate the injury he had. I'm tired of us always building a team that's trying to figure out how to survive through all the multiple limitations on the roster. Pocket passers are not a thing anymore. It's just the reality. You have to have that other element that's going to help your team in the tough moments. Can't believe it felt like we were up. Were we up 17-0? 17-0? And we'll sit here and think, yeah, you're up 17-0 and the defense gave it up. I'm sorry, but the defense in the third quarter, I mean, I'm sitting here and it's on my TV right now. Justin Herbert on 3rd and 2 just ran the ball 50 yards. I just happened to be talking to y'all and glancing up. Herbert on 3rd and 2, pressure coming, slides up and takes the ball down the field for 50 yards. This is what I'm talking about. In today's NFL, you have to have that element in your game now. See, everybody want to fix everything around the quarterback position, but we don't want to actually just have see, today was a day where you needed someone to carry. You needed a carrier, a guy who was going to put the team on their back. Not just one drive to waddle down the field for a touchdown. Not just the one drive. You needed a guy who could carry you all day. I'm going to tell y'all now, there ain't no reason the Dolphins didn't win this game 40-10. The way this game started, there's no reason why we didn't win 40-10. 40-10. The way we were playing on the offensive side, I mean, the defense started out and the offense 40-10. But we're not noticing. We start having a whole bunch of 3-and-outs. We start having a whole bunch of 3-and-outs that went unnoticed. All we were doing is paying attention to the defense at the time. But the game goes two ways. Every drive the defense gave up, our offense punted the football. And then the next drive that the defense gave up and we want to complain about the defense, the offense punted the ball. This actually wasn't on the defense, and here's how I can prove it. When you went up 17-0, the defense turned the ball over twice for you to get you there. When you went up 17-0, the defense are the ones that turn the ball over twice to get you there. Now the offense struggles, the defense 3-and-out. Then their offense scores, our offense gives us another 3-and-out. Then they stop scoring, our offense gives up a field goal. Our defense gives them a field goal. It's easy to just blame the defense because they got carved up. But in the essence of the game, the defense was the main reason we were more so even in it. Early in the game and in the middle of that third quarter where they had 4 consecutive drives stopping the Panthers. And we didn't score a single point to extend the lead. That's your problem. That's the issue. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this experiment is coming to an end. Now you have to wonder if Mike McDaniel's going to make it past this week or next week, because the Chargers come into Miami, and that's a good football team. That's a good football team. You think that, Bryce Young did a little bit of something and they ran the football? The Chargers on the way with a great coach. You got to ask yourself, is Mike McDaniel going to survive this week or next week? It can get that ugly. It can really get that ugly. But time will tell. But here you have it, man. The Dolphins lose. We are 1-4. And the Saints, I believe, won today. We're 1-4. We've only beat the team. We've only beat the team that might be the worst team in the NFL. And barely beat them. Barely beat them. And I see someone in the chat asking, why did Mike McDaniel punt the football? Because wasn't it like 3rd and 17 or something? Because Tua wants to hold the ball like a deer in the headlights and take the sack instead of getting rid of the football again. You can't make this up. We're bad off. And you need a leader, a dog that's going to lead the troops in the war and be ready for it at all times. And I said it, this is bad coaching too in this game. Mike McDaniel should have spread it out all game and threw the football. We like our run game. I don't even think we ran the ball for 50 yards all game. Someone corrected me. They said 4th and 18. Exactly. Why are you going to go for it on 4th and 18 while they're already in field goal range? You can't do it. You just can't do it. And I'll take it a step further. I don't even know if I had faith that say there wasn't a pass interference. I don't even know if I got faith with 50 seconds left, 45 seconds left, that we would have actually gotten in field goal range and won the game. I don't even know if I could have faith in that. Not sure. Not sure. Anywho, man, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about this some more tomorrow. I'm a little down right now because I had hope. I wanted to hope a little bit more. Like, come on, Miami, turn it around. Even if we're not great this year, let's start stacking up a few winnable games and, give the fan base hope. And I've said it all weekend. We lose to the Panthers, man. I mean, you talk about a team who has, like, y'all don't understand their defensive ranking. They get no pressure on the quarterback. Their safeties are some of the worst in the league. Remember that Darren Waller touchdown? I know y'all saw the replay of the safety for Carolina. He had his back turned to it the whole time looking at Waller for literally like 3 seconds. All he had to do was turn around and get an interception. That's how bad their secondary is. Go back and watch that replay of Waller's touchdown and go look at the corner or safety that was in the back of the end zone with him, how he's looking at Waller. The ball comes right past his head for the touchdown, and he's sitting there for like 3 seconds. Could have easily have just turned around and picked it off. They are bad, and we still lost. They are bad, and we still lost. Just bad. Oh, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what, though. Now the Dolphins got to answer some questions. They got to figure this out. I mean, there ain't nothing to figure out. Like, this game told you a lot about the games to come. This game should have told you a lot about the games to come. I'll talk to y'all later, man. Fins up no matter what. Peace them out. Those who are watching on YouTube right now, I'm about to fire up another stream, and then I'm gonna drop the link and let people come in and get it off of their chest, to get how they feeling off of their chest. So stay tuned. Give me about 4:45, and I'll be firing that up. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace. I'm out.